All right, so this is a demonstration of Google Calendar appointment slots. This may be useful for anyone who needs to book appointments with people for specific times. As people book appointments on your specific appointments calendar, that time slot disappears, meaning nobody else can sign up for that. So, the key thing to remember here is that you set up everything on your Google Calendar and provide the link to a booking page for the end user, the people who are scheduling times to meet with you. They do not need to use Google Calendar in any way to do this. And I'm going to demonstrate what that looks like right now. So I've got a couple different appointment slots on my calendar right here. And this is how you do it start to finish. So I'm going to use the example of elementary teachers and aides sending students to the nurse's office and trying to reduce traffic so that we don't have too many kids congregating in the nurse's office at one time. That's the scenario here. So I'm going to click on my Google Calendar page. By the way, you get to this by going to the Waffle, the Google Apps launcher in any app like Drive or Classroom. I have mine set to be the third choice here, Calendar. All right, so I come to my calendar, I click anywhere on there, I get my Google pop up, and I'm going to call this Test Slots 3. And the key right here is you want to click the Appointment Slots button. You don't have to worry about anything else on here at this point. Click Appointment Slots, and now you can set up all the parameters for these bookings. So by default, it says 5:30 to 6 a.m. on September 16th, but I want to change that. I'm going to make that, let's say, till 3:30 p.m. So from 5:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., 30-minute appointment slots. Actually, I want to make that 5 minutes. This is going to be a lot of information on my appointments calendar, but that's what I want, right? 5:30 a.m., 3:30 p.m. on September 16th. Now, you can add additional days by repeating the calendar. That's in more options. If anybody's interested in doing this, I'll show you how to do that later. Try to keep this as simple as possible. You can just click and create individual days like I've done here, or you can have a repeating event like every weekday between these hours, whatever, right? That's a little bit more complex. Click save. All right, now it shows up on my calendar right here, my main Google Calendar. To get to the appointments page that you're going to supply to people scheduling time to see you, click on this rectangle right here, opens this pop up box, and you'll notice right here it says, go to appointment page for this calendar. Click that. It's going to open another calendar page. Now you can see all those appointment slots that I've scheduled. I've also scheduled appointments here. Friday at 8 a.m., I am sending Dan Schumann to the nurse's office. It collects my address from outside the Schuylkill Valley domain right here, and I put the student's name in there. I also scheduled Courtney McGuire for Thursday at 9 a.m. And again, it collects my address, and I put Courtney's name in there, and I'm going to show you how you do that in just a second. So this is the appointments booking page. What you need to do to have people schedule these appointments is to copy this link up here. This link is specific to your appointments page, right? So I copy that, and now I need to get this to people who want to book appointments. Now, for this demonstration, I'm going to email it to myself. Email is not the best way to do this because if you have teachers or aides who need to schedule appointments, or you've got parents who are scheduling conference appointments, something like that, you want it to be somewhere that they go to on a regular basis and will be able to find it quickly. You don't want people to have to search through email. That's not an efficient way to do this. Also, I want to point out, you'll notice right here, my calendar events are shown right here on my calendar. Your people using your appointments booking page will not see your events. And I'm going to show that to you in just a second. So I've copied the URL here. I have an email ready to go, going to my personal Gmail account, appointment page. I paste and I send, right? And now over in my personal Gmail, I have an email with that link, right? Now, again, this is me. This is my personal Gmail account. This is not my Schuylkill Valley account, right? tdwhitman@gmail.com. So I want to book an appointment. I need to send a kid to the nurse's office. I click that link. It opens the Google Calendar appointments page. Notice all those bookings that I had over here on my calendar are not visible to the general public. Notice here, if I try to click on Friday at 8 a.m., that's already booked for Dan Schumann. Nobody else can book that slot. If I try to click here, Courtney McGuire is, scheduled for the Thursday the 17th at 9 a.m. And this is the person who made the appointment. If I need to contact them, so the person in this case who wants to book an appointment will just click on a time. We'll go Wednesday 10 a.m. I would instruct people to put the student's name in here. So we're going to put Mike Mitchell. We're going to send him to the nurse's office Wednesday at 10 a.m. Save. All right. And when I refresh the calendar, now Mike is in there 10 a.m. to 10:05. Mike is recorded. Nobody else can book that time slot. Now, back on my calendar, if I refresh the calendar, you'll see that it shows up Mike Mitchell. Now, this is a nice Outlook calendar integration inside the Schuylkill Valley domain. This will probably not be useful for you, but if teachers are scheduling appointments with parents for parent conferences or office hours or anything like that, it might be useful. When you click on that email, Outlook automatically generates an email and pulls that event into Outlook calendar, which most people here at Schuylkill Valley use. So you accept the invitation. I'm going to say do not send the response because nobody needs more email. And now that's going to show up on my Outlook calendar as well. Now, for sending students to the nurse's office, that's probably not all that useful. You would just work off this Google Calendar page, have this pinned to your opening set of tabs, and you can see all of your appointments coming up. So that's Google Calendar appointment slots as fast as I could do it. Hopefully that's clear. It's really easy to set up. It's really user friendly. The key thing is to set up the appointment slots that are going to make sense for what you're trying to do, staggered in a way that it's going to reduce traffic for you, and copy that address for your appointments calendar and get that in a place where people are going to go on a regular basis to find it. All right. Let me know if you have any questions.